How's it going, everybody? It's Charlie, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone has had a great start to their day so far. Hope you've got a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, a vodka lemonade, wherever you are in this wonderful world, as we start another week. Obviously, the first legs of the playoffs are now done, and I just thought I'd jump on and just give a little reaction, really, to obviously the events of yesterday. So just before we get into it, as always, please make sure that you are smashing that like button. It really does help get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new and hit that notification bell so that you're always aware of when I'm uploading and going live. And of course, get all your thoughts and opinions into the comment section down below on how you think yesterday went, and obviously just your overall thoughts going into the second legs this week. So obviously I gave my match reaction to our game with Norwich City at Carrow Road yesterday, which if you haven't already, go and check that out. Obviously, Leeds and Norwich drawing 0-0 at Carrow Road in a game that was cagey. It was a bit tense, and you could tell that both teams kind of didn't really want to go full throttle in the first leg, whether that be down to maybe potential fatigue in the second leg, whether that could be injuries, possible suspensions, anything like that. I'm not too sure, but you could tell that it was a real cagey affair from the get-go, really. I think Norwich started off the better side, first 10-15 minutes. Leeds grew into it as the game went on. Not a lot of clear-cut chances from Leeds United, which was quite frustrating to watch at times. Not moving the ball forward quick enough, in my opinion, and gifting Norwich City some potential opportunities and chances, which wasn't great. But I thought second half we grew into the game a lot more. We controlled it a lot more in that second half. And I think overall, a draw was probably fair, really, because like I say, both teams not really going for it full throttle. And, it's all to play for at Ellen Road on Thursday night now. Who will make it to Wembley? Hopefully it's Leeds United, because I definitely don't want a repeat of what happened back in 2019. The only time I have ever shed a tear at a Leeds United game, when Derby beat us that night. It took a very, very long time for me to get over. So hopefully we at least get to Wembley, so that I can have my heart broken in London for a change. How about that? And then obviously the other leg, straight after ours yesterday, West Bromwich Albion against Southampton, which also finished 0-0. I think it's the first time since 2011 that both first legs in the Championship playoff semi-finals have finished goalless. But obviously, I didn't watch the whole of that game, I can't lie to you. But from what I did watch of it, seemed like a completely different game to the Norwich City Leeds game. Both teams were really going for it. I thought West Brom played well in large spells. I thought Southampton played well in large spells. Both teams having, amazing opportunities to go ahead in the tie. Some really, really good saves from the West Brom keeper and the Southampton keeper to keep them both in the tie. But like I say, it was a real contrast in games. Obviously, I think Leeds and Norwich are not coming into the playoffs in the best of form, but neither are West Brom and Southampton, but they were playing like they were in form, in my opinion, anyway. Thought Southampton looked good in the way they moved the ball forward, but also I thought West Brom did manage to contain them quite well as well. But like I said, both teams having great opportunities to go ahead, but none of them were able to be taken. And obviously they play their second leg on Friday night at St Mary's. Obviously, Leeds and Southampton both having home legs this week. Both teams are very much expected to get through the semi-finals and meet each other at Wembley, in which, I would be very, very nervous to face Southampton at Wembley, given both performances in the league against them this season. They did the double over us. And, I just think how they played against us, especially at Ellen Road. I don't know if it was the fact that we knew Ipswich had won and we just took his foot off the pedal in that game, which made Southampton look better, or was it just that Southampton were better because they looked levels above in that game for me? And I think a potential meeting with Southampton at Wembley wouldn't be ideal. I think if we can get the job done on Thursday night, which I think we will, it'd be nice for West Bromwich Albion to cause a bit of an upset at St Mary's. But I must admit, as it stands now, I do believe the final will be Leeds against Southampton. So, potential revenge to be had against the Saints at Wembley, and what a way to do it as well, to beat them in order to be promoted to the Premier League. But like I say, guys, real contrast in performances from all the teams. Leeds and Norwich a little bit more reserved, a little bit more conservative about things, maybe not wanting to go full pelt at it in the first leg. I think we'll see a completely different game at Ellen Road from both sides on Thursday night. I really do. I think Norwich they'll have to come out and take risks and maybe try to set the pace anyway. Although I do feel like Leeds United at home, under the lights, Ellen Road, packed out Ellen Road, behind them, will simply have to go for it, because if there are spells in the game where Leeds are been a little bit passive, I think the crowd will start to get on them. So, they will have to go at Norwich from the get-go. Southampton and West Brom, I think, you could see a similar game to what we saw yesterday. Southampton, at home at St Mary's, they have been fairly good for the majority of the season. They have lost a few home games, and I believe West Brom are capable of getting the job done. But like I say, guys, my prediction for the Championship playoff final at Wembley Stadium at the minute, as I'm sat here now, is Leeds United against Southampton. But you never know what can happen in playoff football. We could see, there's plenty of twists and turns left to be had on Thursday night and Friday night for sure. But like I say, guys, absolutely crazy. Both games yesterday finishing 0-0, all to play for this week. Who will make it to Wembley? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. Please like the video on your way out as well, if you wouldn't mind. It does help get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new and hit the notification bell. And I will be live on the channel this evening for the last say, where we will be discussing the game live with everyone against Norwich City yesterday. I'll be getting all your guys' thoughts and opinions on how you're all feeling going into the second leg. So make sure that you tune in for that. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Have a great week, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.